Hey everyone, welcome to Uncomplicate by Freshworks, where we answer one question every day with one expert. In case you're listening to this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Today I have Steve Hall, who is trained salespeople on selling to chief executives. Welcome to Uncomplicate, Steve.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, thank you. A bit chilly here in Sydney in winter, but good.
Oh, it's burning right here. It's summer in India, so wouldn't mind sending you sending some winter here. Anyway, so Steve and me are going to be talking about one pretty interesting thing. How do you sell to a CxO or a CEO when you have a gatekeeper? So because reaching a CEO in today's world is going to be super difficult. But Steve, what have you got for us there?
Okay, well, the first thing to say is that every situation is different. So what I'm going to talk about is the situation where you want to get to a C-level executive. Mm-hmm. You've done your research and you know that they have an issue that you can help them with. It might be something in their annual report. It might be something that you've deduced that they know, but you want to get to someone and you know that if you can only get your message to them, you can hopefully get a meeting. Mm-hmm. So your objective is to get a meeting. You can't sell to someone on a cold call, especially a C-level executive. So you have to set your objectives. And your first objective is to actually get that meeting. But how do you get that message through when everybody else wants a meeting too? Why should they meet with you rather than with one of the 8,000 other people that wants to meet them? Mm-hmm. Now, if they've got a gatekeeper, an executive assistant, a lot of people look at them as an obstacle that stops them getting through. But I look at them as a tour guide, as someone that can help them. And I have a very simple tactic that works really, really well, assuming that you have a reasonable message and assuming that your message is something that they would want to hear. Mm-hmm. And it's very simple. I call and I ask for the executive assistant, mm-hmm. and I say, hi, I want to schedule a meeting with your executive. Mm-hmm. What's the best way to do that? Mm-hmm. And they'll say one of two things. They'll say, what's it about? Or does he know you? Or they'll ask you a question and you can prepare for those questions. Mm-hmm. And the answer is, if you say, does he know me? You say, no, it's about helping them to do X. Mm-hmm. Would it help you if I were to send you some more information? Mm-hmm. And they always say yes, because they want to get rid of you. They don't want to, they're keen to, they take any excuse to actually get an email from you. Mm-hmm. So you send them an email, and the email, if it's well written, says, hello, I'd like to talk to you about helping you to increase sales or reduce risk or whatever it is that they particularly care about. Mm-hmm. The email, your message has got to be relevant. It's got to be something they care about. It's got to be something that they want to know. But then that applies whichever way you get to them. Mm-hmm. And then you call back 20 minutes later and you say, oh, look, hello, Jane. I just wanted to check that message got to you because I know sometimes they get lost in the ether sometimes. Mm-hmm. And if assuming it's a woman, it might be a guy. They'll say, yeah, no, I've got that. You say, great. Well, look, do you know when they would be likely to get a chance to read that? I know that they're really, really busy at the moment. When would they get a chance to look at that? Mm-hmm. And they'll say, well, not for a few days or a week. And you say, great, okay, well, look, I'll tell you what, I know you're busy too. I'll give you a call back in a week's time just to see if you've had a chance to speak to them yet. Mm-hmm. Now, what that does, first of all, it reinforces you in their mind. Pardon me. Mm-hmm. It shows you're respectful of the executive's time, mm-hmm. but you're pretty certain that they're going to get the email, they're going to read the email, and if the email is something that the executive cares about, they're going to either show it to the email or show it to the executive or make a decision on the executive's behalf to give you a meeting. Mm-hmm. And that's really simple, it's really basic, mm-hmm. and it works well over 50% of the time.
Uh-huh. I think 50% is not a bad ratio at all.
Well, I've used that to get meetings with government ministers, with CEOs of $8 billion companies. And your targeting is going to be good. It can't be, hey, I'd like to meet you to sell you stuff, mm-hmm. or because I want to make my quota. It's got to be something that they care about. So you've got to think about what your message is. Mm-hmm. And the message has got to be simple. It's got to be something that talks about them and their issues, not what you do. So it might be, I noticed in your annual report that you said that this and this were an issue, and I have some ideas that may be able to help in that area. Can we talk? That's it, as much as that. Once you start saying the way we do it is this, or we're a company that does that, you lose them. Mm-hmm. Because they don't care about you. but you want them to think, oh, this guy, maybe he can help. I should at least explore it further.
Okay.
So keep it simple, keep it relevant, and get the executive assistant as your gate opener rather than gatekeeper.
And I think the most important takeaway for me was make it about them and not yourself.
Well, that applies to everything.
Yes.
But even before you do that, even if your message is the best message in the world, if they never read it or they never hear it, it's useless. So this is a way to get them to read it or hear it, because if the EA is convinced it's relevant, they'll put it in front of them.
Awesome. I think that was, a very power-packed, I think a very anecdotal experience that you shared, Steve. Thanks for joining for Uncomplicate. Until I see you next time, this is Praveen signing off.
Pleasure. Take care.